Today na the 11th day of August 2022. A lot has happened from Monday to today, Thursday. The land where we love so much, they bleed, they cry. Say, not to this, they expect the pikin them for Deuteram. Not to this, they expect the pikin them for turn against themselves. We never, like Adam and Eve, take up responsibility and burn up. We always they point finger by other person. If you not believe, test pikin way small self. Na saloon, test them, and from there corruption don't start. Test pikin. Na saloon. Gen something we know say elect. You pinch him. If a man and yourself he cry, a mama turn, he watch her, he ask her, who that pinch her? It a point for the person not even pinch her. What you do? Because you don't get something. You know see it? If you not see it, I'll show. Where is Sierra Leone heading to? We get people where they call for dialogue. We get people where they call for make people talk. We get people where they say, I beg you, dialogue they go say. This not terrorism. This will not for taken today, will not for taken tomorrow. We for teach the lesson. Where is Sierra Leone heading to? Whose size salon they head for? Not to the first time. This platform, don't they try for call the president's attention? For engage people. Talk to them. But to get people where I think surround the president, we maybe, and then they say not talk on, and the president himself don't want to talk. But until they say we like stranger, yes, the president don't cancel alone. He not talk to the nation, but he talk to BBC. And what he talk about it? We go bring an canaya. What he talk there? We go bring him. The president don't tell me say they talk so. Because when he talk in a policy statement, no they talk. When the incident na Makeni, Tombo be happen, the president called the diplomatic corporation as alone. At the president's lodge. And they go talk say the people them na terrorists them and all the what they wouldn't talk then where they want to go deep in, then they ask the camera they all for come out today. Today, we see the same thing happen. The foreign ministry headed by Professor David John Francis may engage the diplomatic corporation again with waiting the same word saying a terrorist them. Saying a terrorist. May God not make waiting we know for terrorists reach now we country. Let God push them far. I say they act, say na terrorist. But wait me you sabi for that name day. And I let Facebook and block say for they repeat them. I say, may God push them far from we country. Far away. Sabi we? Then in Nigeria, sabi how then they deal with them day. We don't want them today, we don't want them tomorrow in our country. I wish then go find another adjective for the use wouldn't here can happen. I wish they find another adjective and stop for the use this one wouldn't they use so. Eh? That's my own wish. Wake up this morning. A lot of things to happen. Press release upon press release. Like the news are flooding in. Flooding in. We're not going to just. Where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start? Well, you come here for a reason. And that reason there should be an accomplished one. We start with Solomon Jamiru Esquire. As we speak now in the trend. The Paupa Vuvuzela them, they call for President Bio for fire Solomon Jamiru. You get other people them, they say no. Eh? No. He's a hero. He don't gain me respect. Eh? Okay. You know what he talk? For make some people in the call say, make them fire him. Eh? You know waiting he talk? We make some people they say, na a hero. Eh? Alright. If you know you hear it, well, you hear now. If you don't hear, well, pay attention. Small more. Maybe something that will be miss. Let you know miss again. Listen.
Fambul Onwado. Me na Solomon Jamiru. As I trust God say we all safe and sound this evening, I decide for reach out with this short audio. We don't get a dramatic turn of events in the last 13 or so hours. We don't see videos were very disturbing. We don't lost precious lives on the part of the security sector and on the part of civilians. And I think say we all they grieve. And all this they happen 20 years after the war. Them precious lives who don't lost. May their souls rest in perfect peace. In my honest opinion, I not think say what happen because of failure of the security sector.
You hear what he talk? In your honest opinion. Yeah? You not talk as a deputy information minister when I be. This is just again your honest opinion about wetin happen. Yeah? Let we listen am.
Me think say a lot of wetin don't happen now because a very critical space perhaps may have been mortgaged. A very key and critical space where a coalition of well-meaning voices and efforts for occupy them.
If you don't understand what he mean, he say a space there where now well-meaning people them for Sierra Leone now them before take up that space there. But he said they don't mortgage them. What in and do? People them we not for take up the space. According to them, now they don't take up that space there now. space when a well-meaning Sierra Leone and the well-meaning people who mean good for the country. Now they be supposed for take that space day. But unfortunately, they don't mortgage them. How? I don't know. But he say they don't mortgage them. Listen them. Yeah? As we continue.
And also, I think say whilst we for appreciate the security forces in the sense that they not want for the maintain that kind posture anytime they go out, as if it is the security sector versus the people. I think they're always not inclined for take that kind posture. And I also believe that President Bio is fully alert to his responsibilities. So I think for the one them way they make a proposition, say President Bio for act tougher, or the security sector for go out there and be tough on the people.
Yeah. The one way they say the president for act tougher, or the president or the security forces them for go out there for act tough on the people. We already done lost 21 civilians them. 21 civilians them. 4 security officers them. Now we already done lost. Okay. Let's continue to listen.
I don't think that is the way to go in addressing our issues in Sierra Leone.
Now, so you say, you know, think saying that the way for go for let President Bio act tough, or the security forces them go out there and act tough on the people. He say nothing saying that the way that one day for go. Before it tell we say na your own candid opinion, now he talk so. In own. Not to you own. Not to you know. All a man gets in own. You get right to your own. And you for respect the next man in your own.
Things say, waiting for be the proposition, now for build up, a coalition of well-meaning efforts and voices within and outside government.
For build up a coalition, a number of people within government and outside government. He's talking about the root cause of where to the issue, where to they see they happen. For build a coalition in and outside government. But he say well-meaning people. Who da go choose the well-meaning people? Who go choose there? Who da sabi the well-meaning people and alone? Alright, let they go.
For take that space and help government for resolve then key and critical issues.
Take the space that has been mortgaged, because now they tell we first, and help government with the key issues them. Okay.
Within and outside government. Could be eminent men and women, could be religious leaders, political leaders. And even if we think say we are having a faceless group where they sponsor a lot of these things where they happen.
Okay. Now it talk about faceless group. Faceless group. Even if the government thinks say faceless group. Okay.
I think so for begin for think about what could be done for mainstream some of their key and critical interest groups and just hear and get to know what the real deal is. So I think my own take On all of this,
listen back on na ion take. Personal opinion. Now he say he think ion take in all of this way they unfold so.
one, we know for the push, say President Bill should act tough and put on in quote as a general.
So President Bill no for act tough. Okay.
No, let President Bill be President Bill.
Let President Bill be President Bill. How?
He's constitutionally elected. Let him be President Bill. Let the security sector continue for and pursue in mandate, and we encourage them for continue for be professional. Thirdly, make we encourage this key and critical space for be occupied by well-meaning efforts, build that kind consensus, build that kind coalition within and outside of government. And the fourth one, which is the most important one, I believe say we for always pray, because those who fight on their knees will always have victory in the spirit. I think a lot of waiting they happen soon as alone require a lot of wisdom.
A lot of waiting they happen soon as salon require a lot of wisdom. A lot of waiting they happen soon as salon. The person who for deal with them forget sense, wisdom. Okay.
For make we address them.
For make we address them.
And God go provide that wisdom. God bless we all. Thank you.
And God go provide the wisdom. God bless we all. Do we need house cleaning again? We need her. Or it look like say some man get for can begin with first. We go give them that 15 minutes soon. Okay. You don't hear Solomon Jamiu. There are people where they call say President Bill for fire for what he talk so. There are people where they say they not be leka and but to 30 talk so. They no leka now. About the talk. What he make him bad? Now good he talk. What he make him good? What he call for? Dialogue. He say a space. They don't mortgage him. People them way not supposed for they talk. Now then they talk. Now then people they listen to. And that space they now people they mean good for the country now then be supposed to occupy them. Alright. Odoyegi. Solomon Jamiu. Now this Igiri. What do you get out of him? Out of Solomon Jamiu, what do you get? Who say you want put him? You think say the two talk not correct? And you say one for join? The one them where they say President Bill for firearm? Alright. Make a count steady bongo. Yeah? Lewe yegi. Waiting steady bongo. Insi. To the president. Let me listen steady bongo.
Yeah, greetings to us Sierra Leoneans. Mina Lance Sana Sheriff, aka Steady Bongo. This message not to you directly, Mr. President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Boku people not gonna tell you this truth. Reason best known to them. But me go tell you because you know me president and I'm right for say anything we good for this nation.
You know, yeah? Steady Bongo saying, in your right. All man get right to your opinion. So, not so because somebody talk your opinion, for make you vex. You say get right to your own. Man, not vex other man in own. Steady Bongo say, na in own opinion, this. And they talk directly to the president. He say some people, they're not going to tell the president. And then sabi what mean, they're not going to tell her. Okay.
It's all about what happened yesterday in Mama Salon, August 10, 2022. I want to say us to the relatives and well lost family and Pandis Kuskas. May their soul rest in perfect peace. Mr. President, a lot of Sierra Leoneans not glad for you because you know they talk, you know they pull voice for address the threats them will they hinder or jeopardize the peace of Mama Salon. We don't need much from you, sir. We not tell you for go kill. We not tell you for go arrest.
Inti there is Steady Bongo not so. And the president they talk to.
But that you one voice will they come out. Now like a bullet, we will coil down the situation. But you are not talking. Why? Boku country around the world lost their president and because of the Nkantia where they travel the Nordic Kuskas take place. But Mr. President, you are very lucky. You get a loyal soldier them and you get a loyal police them. Otherwise, overthrown knife don't take place yesterday in Sierra Leone. The Salon go backward again. We begin suffer fresh. So do ya, Mr. President. Talk to your people and build confidence in them. With life they at stake. Your voice matter. God bless Mama Salon.
Talk to the people with life they at stake. Mr. President, your voice matter. That's Steady Bongo. Talk to the people with life they at stake. You want vex back? I see this news they trend. And I not go pretend like say I know they say I don't see on YouTube. And Dakowa Abubakar don't come post on I want address and small. I know I do let and say just now, oh, people left now. No. Let address and small. A big. Tripoli, you well know who are they behind the act. I don't know. Government saying a faceless people. So me, Tripoli say, I not sabi who are they behind the act. So why you they tell me say me well know who are they behind the act? Now you want for act as if you don't know. So you now you get me no? Now you get me no? Some of you guys will face the law one day for all your action. Which action? You are calling this type of behavior as peaceful. Who's tell me call this behavior peaceful demonstration? Who say you here? Show me. You see some of una as ignorant as una be. I don't know if na the label or I really don't know. Who stay here Tripoli Sidonaya saying a peaceful demonstration when? No, big shame on you. Abubakar and una all where they go and waka with this. With Big shame on you with what? Blaming government on such behavior. Eh? And I see the other person like, oh, people and I be the toxic, let people and come out. If you don't follow this platform, come with your evidence. Show me who sent people say, let people and come out. Who sent? Show me. Who say una can go get to an August meeting? Eh? As idle as una can be. Una no mean not better for the country. Some of you guys have no investment in Sierra Leone. Una no care, just lebele. And I can't even say partisan. I can't even say partisan. And you guys can't be running with my name and Tribune no left there. No, left there. No. Now I mean I tell President Bio say, let President Bio not talk. Me I dey talk. I dey talk. And if you want come, yeah, for saying so Tribune say carry with the evidence. Instead of running your mouth, like for say you don't eat 10 days man growing or correct. And you know how then they go be na yubele. Yeah? Instead of you come, they say, wait, yourself. If talk, you talk, nobody not all you, let me self talk, me talk. When partisan don't blind una yai there, una know they see, they don't deaf una yes, una know they yeri. From all these things start na ya. What have we been calling for? Eh? What two don't they call for Naya? Now for let people and go at it. Now then they will call for. Una they on to whom they are. Nonsense. Some of una can just jump. They run on a mountain. Not to detractors or distractors. Oh. No. We've been calling for peace here. That's what we've been preaching here. They can't say that Tribune and be tell people and for go na treat. You stand Tribune tell you Dandy. Go bring you evidence scam. Eh? You left. Let's continue. Sometimes they say, oh no, left no. Where pass mark, would they correct there? Would they correct there? Not to alter, you can no more bam. You can no more bam. On a so Tribune say. On a so Tribune say. Who say you hear Tribune talker? Who say you? Go count your evidence. Go count your evidence. You say Tribune sabi the me sabi. Government say faceless. And I don't they talk who say faceless. Eh? But the bouncer they can't just know. They pull on all na do. You see this platform? Whichever name, you feel say, yeah, you are here. You know go here now. Yeah? Okay. Let's continue. We don't dust that one day off. I don't mind them, but no more need for correct them. Need for correct there. You can't be running around with fake news. Whosoever wanna go sit down, wanna get at the meeting, say that so, come with your evidence. Can't show me. This is the same reason that they say, then they tell them youth man never go. You know you're Nazi one day. They can't run him out. Like it's 10 days mango. Alright. We don't done with Solomon Jamiu. We don't done with Steady Bongo. Now we reach BBC part 1. Now 2 parts of BBC we get. BBC part 1. Let we reach there. Usai Umaru Fofana been get for explain, give you an update. Waiting not happen from yesterday to today. Okay? Let us listen how the reports been happen na BBC.
Erupted in the capital Freetown and at least 2 other towns in the north of the country. Several people were killed, police officers as well as protesters. Police stations were attacked and set on fire, and public buses were also torched. The government imposed a curfew from 3 p.m. to stem the violence. For an update on the situation and for an understanding of what was behind the protest, let's talk now to Umaru Fofana, who reports for us from Freetown. Umaru, what's the situation like today?
Hi, Audrey. Well, things are much calmer. Some semblance of normalcy is back. Banks are open, albeit for shorter hours.
Okay, so Umaru, they talk to Audrey. He said things then don't come now. Banks then open, and all the things then, like say things then they run fine, small.
But many shops are still closed.
But shops then they were still locked.
For fear of the unknown.
Because they don't know what's going to happen, so then they're afraid.
We had an internet shutdown with international telephone lines.
Well, internet being shut down, or internet not be the work with international telephone lines them.
Also cut for much of last night into the morning. Curfew hours.
He said much of last night, till this morning, internet we get some problem in the country.
Have been reduced and made much clearer now to start at 7 p.m. and end at 8 a.m.
The curfew from 7 to 7. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
The President Julius Maada Bio, who was away in London on a private visit, returned last night.
Listen, President Bio, where we go London on a private visit, don't come last night. On a waiting, private visit, right hand corner side. Right hand corner side, are big. Yeah? Because we get for each day. Let us continue.
While his foreign minister has been meeting with members of the diplomatic community here to assure them of safety and security, the president has been meeting his top security advisors, the army, the police, and the Office of National Security at State House. I went to the morgue, the central mortuary here. There were 7 bodies. They are civilian bodies, as well as 2 police officers, the bodies of 2 police officers. And I'm told that 6 other civilian bodies are in the east end of town being brought to the central morgue. In total, we now have 6 police officers confirmed to have been killed yesterday.
6 police officers, they don't confirm say they kill them yesterday. 6 police officers. May their soul rest in peace.
Today, and 21 civilians across the country, mostly obviously in the western area where Freetown is and in some parts of the north.
21 citizens them. Now they lost their life them yesterday. 21. 6 police officers, 21 civilians. So we lost, as of yesterday, to the time Umaru Fofana the report this morning, we lost 27 Sierra Leoneans. May their soul rest in peace.
this, shocking as it is, didn't come out of a vacuum, did it? There had been calls, apparently, for people to stay at home on Monday and Tuesday and to take to the streets on Wednesday. Who was behind these calls? And would you say that, people were actually heeding them, or was there something brewing before anyway?
Other than they behind this, or did they ask if Umaru gets any idea?
Well, there had been some talk about some protest, in the sense that people said they were coming out to demonstrate.
Well, then we don't they talk like say they get protest. Then some people then we don't say they get for commonado for demonstrate.
But in terms of say that people should stay at home on Monday and Tuesday, there wasn't that call. The police said that those who asked that they wanted to demonstrate had not come forward.
Police say they want them we say let people then come out for demonstrate, they not come forward.
They referred to them as faceless.
Then call and say now people will not get face. Then call them faceless. So police say faceless. Eh?
So clearly there was the impression that there would be a demonstration or a protest even, but nobody thought it would have got to the extent it turned out to be yesterday. So yes, there was, an inkling that it would happen. People didn't even go to work the day before, and then on the following day, what happened yesterday happened.
Right. Why were the police, at least 6 of them, attacked and killed? Are there specific grievances against them?
It's not exactly clear because yesterday, those police officers, of course, obviously the police force are yet to come out and tell us exactly the circumstances surrounding the deaths of those officers. But from social, media images which you have verified, you had the impression that they were not a part of those who were really having the head-on confrontation, so to speak, with the protesters. One of them was attacked as he was leaving his workplace, overnight workplace.
It explained, but the policeman they will die. Not so the one them will be there in the crowd of other police officers. They will be they get head on or face on with the people them na streets. He say one be just they come out to work. They gonna use to in family. Eh?
The other one was attacked in McKinney as he was riding on a motorbike going somewhere, and then he ran into the crowd.
Other one na McKinney. Na motorbike be the road. They go by your own business so. But you just go work by the crowd. Eh?
And then the others that were attacked in Kamakwie, indications are that the police said that they actually stormed their police station, touched it, and then they died. So they were killed.
The one in Akamakwe, the lights are inside the station. I did the lights there. Inside the station. I Sam, thank you for the stars. I did the lights there. Then we police say they give people them for come out. Say no, they need to give no authorization. But see how people them, yeah? You come be Salomon. Because of waiting. Then inside the station, you go a lighter. Then they come work. A fall victim. Now then the police always go they use. Say no way they give them. Na riotous. Na hooligans. That's what they're gonna use. So they not go give. Them born boss. Meanwhile, transport they for say to forget. Abdul Kambar, thank you. Anthony Williams, thank you for the stars. There we go.
In terms of really whether the police were prepared for it or not, we do not know. But there had actually been this grievance against the police by some, mostly opposition supporters.
Grievance don't they happen mostly by opposition supporters. Now this word where Umar Vovana talk. Eh? No to picking cause they don't consent today. Grievances mostly by opposition supporters. But listen, waiting at the grievance them, where you talk.
Who say that they don't allow them to protest.
They know they allow them for protest.
who said that they killed them, some of their supporters in McKinney, in
The one that way down in McKinney.
the northern stronghold of the opposition,
Eh?
who said that they also killed some of their supporters in the fishing community of Tombo.
The one that way down in Atumbo.
That happened in the last 2 years, and there had actually been this grievance against the police.
So then all this grudge against Salone police. Now Umar Ufofana talk. Eli? Eh? Eli? Okay. And in then they pay. Me then they pay me. So now maybe come for me. In then they pay. And what kid they do? Yeah? Okay.
So has the opposition responded to any of this? And in the midst of this, because, violence like this can flare up again, is anyone calling for political dialogue between the government, the opposition, and civil society structures?
Anybody they call for dialogue between government, opposition, and the civil society them. But they are with there. Then they, yeah, but you know, say no boku na few no more. Okay, let it go.
Well, first of all, the main opposition APC party, whose strongholds are the areas where these protests happened, have completely distanced themselves from it. Their Secretary General spoke to me yesterday, and they issued a press release as well, saying that they had nothing to do with it, and they were mourning the loss of what they call, innocent lives. But clearly, in terms of civil society or somebody calling for calm, there has been a voice. He is the Deputy Minister of Information. He issued a WhatsApp audio message last night, and this is part of what he had to say.
Solomon Jamiu Yusuf make a move. That's why we listen just now. He make an BBC.
We don't lost precious lives.
We have lost precious lives, and I think we are all grieving. To those who are suggesting that the president or the security forces should act tougher, I don't think that's the way forward in addressing our issues in Sierra Leone. What we need are the voices of well-meaning Sierra Leoneans within and outside government to help resolve these key and critical issues. They can include religious and political leaders and other eminent men and women. Even if we have a faceless group sponsoring this, we should not be taking a radical stance.
If we think we are having...
That's Solomon Jamiru, the Deputy Information Minister. Clearly, that's the only voice we've heard about this in public. The President is meeting now with the security chiefs. We don't know what will be his message later on when hopefully, if he addresses the nation.
Hopefully, if he addresses the nation. We know he addressed the nation yet. The other man, thank you, sir. You don't need change now. Yeah? Okay. We want to say thank you to BBC. And Umar Ufofana, now they make we that one. The moment we all been waiting for. Hopefully, if he address the nation, which the president never did up to now, do it. Eh? Let's go to the president. President Julius Mada Wuni Bio. Be then a BBC. Let's listen. Yeah? The questions and the answers. Let's listen.
Many more, perhaps, were killed and several civilians as well. Police stations were burnt down. Public buses were also torched. It didn't spring from nowhere, and we'll explore the source of the anger and the violence in a moment with...
He explained, say, them burn police station, people then die, but this thing not come up from no side. It not just appear so, not to magic, not to Jin, not to Jackie Chan, where it can just appear tickety from nowhere. Eh? Not to so. He say, they need for know the source. Who side this come on? Okay. Now focus on Africa.
President Julius Maada Bio, but I asked him first what the situation was like at the moment.
He asked and say, right now while they talk to you so, how the situation turn na the country?
Well, first, I definitely want to express my condolences to the families of those who have died in this unfortunate incident.
Well, first, the president want to tell sorry to the people them we lost their life during this, he call them unfortunate incident. Unfortunate incident. And so the president call them. Eh? Okay. Let it go.
It is calm and quiet now.
Tin don quiet now? All tin don can dong now. Because the question was, how the country right now, how they talk so? Huh?
It's been like this since yesterday evening. The security forces are fully deployed to make sure that there is no further deterioration in the situation.
Okay, he say don't tell like this the quietness from last night. And the security then they pan tap the business. So that to not go get anything we go pull back. Pass how the pull won't take place yesterday.
There are arrangements in place now to make sure that we improve on that situation.
And arrangements then they for make them improve on the situation. Arrangements they for make them improve. We mean to say areas then they where them be lack. Or areas then they where they don't meet up to standard or how them be supposed for meet up. For you for improve something, now because one way or the other something be lack there. So you want for improve them. Eh? The president now in the talk. I just the help, the break and down for you. So you go understand small. Yeah? No vex pa me. Oh. If you feel say you sabi, no worry. Other people they no sabi. May they understand. Not to me they put word than the president in mouth. Now waiting the president say, I just the break and down in we local dialect where some of we will not understand, we're able to understand. That's how they do now. Something I force them, you go and vex. I beg no vex, yeah?
It is calm and quiet as I speak.
It calm, it quiet as I dey talk to you. Ala no di. Tear gas no di. Calm and quiet.
What are they saying, the security experts and the ministers in charge of the situation, about the underlying and overt causes of the violence?
What's in the security experts them? Waiting the security experts them. No, we have them, eh? Waiting they know they tell you. Because when something happen, we need for find waiting at the reason. Now may the president say, areas then they will try for improve. That means to say the security experts them don't pick on areas them where they not be handled fine. Eh? They not be handled and fine. So the action now say, what's in experts and they don't they say? Eh? President Bill, he say what's in the security expert and they say about this thing also?
Well, it could be political.
The president say, when they say what's in the security expert and they say, you know say the security expert and tell and say, na politics so. He say, well, it can be politics. You know say politics na salon we say wetin na dirty game. So the president say, well, it can be politics so. Wetin again, sir?
And I think that is the thought at the moment.
Well, na then they think at the moment. Na then they think a thought. A thought. The experts then they think, or the experts then suppose for do research, for find out properly where did we go wrong. Eh? But I said the experts then. Okay, say na thought. Yes, sir.
They have been putting pressure to come out and protest.
Then they put pressure for making them come out for protest. Question was, what are the experts saying? They want them, we suppose when thing happen, we suppose forget people them, we don't look film them. Not so. We don't look back film them. By rights, we forget a situation room. Forget a situation room inside the experts then they. Usai, then they provide solution. Then they find Usai this problem there. And then try for say, Mr. President, this is it. I hope say, let me see the order be they get. Then not just to go sit down and go tell the president, and I APC there. And I APC there. And Mr. President, I APC there. No. Let me go to the accent. Say what's in the experts then don't they say? Or maybe now intelligence with the president no one for share with we. Maybe. But anyway, let's continue for listening as the president they answer the question then.
Of course, what happened yesterday was definitely not a protest.
Okay. Of course, what happened yesterday, definitely not a protest, says the president of Sierra Leone. He said no to protest. Okay?
It was terrorism at the highest.
Okay. He said na terrorism at the highest. What talking I just know? People then say, oh, Tripoli. Oh, look what the way the president for call her now. Na terrorism at the highest. May God push and far. Terrorism at the highest in Sierra Leone. Let God push and far. Yeah? Yes, it was wrong for the people them. How you, Yusuf, you take something, they whap you comping. You comping, Saloman, mortal man, you the whapper. You get gone. You look and you shoot her. We all Sierra Leoneans. Okay. But the president say terrorism at the highest. All right. Now continue.
We have a few Sierra Leoneans who live in the diaspora.
Okay. We get few Salon people them within the diaspora. Hey, diaspora. When I name that kind of you and say few, I mean they don't begin to say Tripoli at the all. I don't begin with them. Show me evidence. Anyway, he said few Sierra Leoneans then at the diaspora.
Who have threatened to unleash terror on Sierra Leone on several occasions.
Where they try for car with terror, trouble, bad thing them na the country. Now, where he reach to this, then say few Sierra Leoneans na the diaspora. When this been start, then say faceless. But now, now waiting. Now few Sierra Leoneans them. Now the diaspora. Okay. Alright. Diaspora.
They will incite unemployed youth on this part in the country. And on several occasions, we've had these episodic eruptions of violence. In the other time, it was in Lonsa, another town, and another time it was in Makeni, Tombo, and we've lost lives in most of these instances.
Okay. The president say, not to the first thing this. It don't happen. Lonsal, McKinney. Eh? He said don't they happen before. Not to the first tendies. Not true. Mr. President, you correct, sir. But Mr. President, if you don't ever come out and address him, eh? And then they talk the term where you been go talk to the international community na President Lodge, na you host. If you don't address the people in direct, say this thing will happen na McKinney, this thing will happen na Lonsal, this thing will happen so na Tombo. Why una for listen to these people within the diaspora? If you don't ever come out and talk, but now, if they tell BBC say, oh, not to the first tendies. And even this that happen back, today, you not talk, not yet. Nothing. Okay.
You say unemployed youth, which actually is an indication, isn't it, that people actually do have genuine reasons for anger, for feeling that they're not being heard and that their lives are becoming more and more difficult. So pointing to agitators seems to be denying that reality of Sierra Leonean youth and Sierra Leonean people in general.
Okay. So you say they're not unemployed youth. Now youth man them, we know they work. Now so you say. Youth man them, we know they work. They not get work. They say, you know, feel say, now out of that one day, make then they do it, and they do so. Let me hear President Bio in answer.
Definitely. There's hardship.
Yes. Hardship there. They can't get stronger. Now that mean?
We have unemployment. But most of the youths are unemployed.
Yes. They can't get stronger. Most of the youth then, they not get work. They not get work. Eh?
We do sympathize with their situation.
We self not gladdy with the situation. We they feel sorry for them with the situation. Eh?
And as a government, we have done quite a lot to address that situation.
As a government, we own government. We don't do boku thing. For fix the situation.
The free quality education, which involves technical education.
Okay. The free quality education will involve technical education. I see people and they say, when that be happen, Lonsal, McKinney, Tombo, the president bin come and address. Who say so? Who say the president be come and address where that thing they be happen? Okay. Dave Kotu, welcome. I know say this you idea. Any side where you dey go, even some Southside share network knocking connect. Wait till you comment so. Now so you can always comment. Couple of times I don't follow you dey. Go ask you say Padiban. How share network connect to this two side they can comment about triple and share network. Today, I normally take you yes for Sidom. Yeah? I normally take you yes for Sidom. Let you yes day Usa is supposed for day. And relax. Maybe you need ginger beer. Make you understand Usa this platform team map, Usa triple A team map, and Usa they come out from. Yeah? Not just can people, you ibo ti dey be run go. Yeah. You don't say what I want to talk to you. You don't say. Because you did all say they get who say no ki connect them na they go comment. They go call AAA name. Today now don't meet up na and today meet me na that more day. I don't know if they go can do factory reset per me. But today you meet me day. Eh? Now use yes for sidom. Because if you use it, you no go yeri fine. Put outside for day. Let us continue. Sir President, sorry sir. They've cut tonight. Let us continue.
At all district levels, it's all meant to empower them to be able to employ themselves or to make them employable.
Okay, so the president they talk about technical, vocational. Eh? Technical, vocational. He said that different districts them. Eh? Okay. How popular is that? For we youth man them for grab this opportunity where the president they talk so. How popular this opportunity dey? All right.
We are doing quite a lot to empower them in that direction.
Quite a lot this government they do for empower the youth them in the direction of technical and vocational institutes. Usai. Huh? Okay. But there is Sabila no.
We've made education, access to education, free so that everybody is empowered.
We don't make access to education free. Access to education free so that all man go be empowered. Ah. Okay, sir. What did the president say? Eh? He said they don't make access to education free. Okay.
And it's also about inclusivity, making sure that every Sierra Leonean, any child born in Sierra Leone today can have access to education.
Inclusivity. Picking as them born and today, you go get access to education. That's alone. Ah. Okay. You remember waiting at the question?
So that is going on at the moment. These are very expensive undertakings at a point when we know that the global economy is going through difficulties.
Mr. President, I see the stress for this. Say expensive. That means say, money don't spend. Papa President, sir, I will make you call the posse we say they don't spend per vocational institute. Na salon. Let it take you around small, sir. Let it take you around small. Let you see them places then they for you safe, sir. Do you, Mr. President? This vocational. And this is why we say access to free. We no say na basic and senior na den get free. The vocational learn back na free. The technical learn na free. Because now they no say they not to free you. No, I just want to understand, Mr. President. You say the access don't they free, Picture then go born today. Say, yes, from basic to senior secondary. But when you don't come out yonder, you're on your own. Unless if they don't pass until you know yeri. And this way they say it's very expensive, no say money don't spend. Okay. Masako Ivandi say yes. Now free. They are all free. So the technical and the vocational institute are free. So usai so Masako e epwiba. Lo offendandi. Let's continue.
But we have made that effort just to make sure that we equip our young people, place them in a position where they'll be able to gain employment.
So we don't try for create this for equip with young people them so that they go able for gain employment. So are the young people not taking advantage of this? Because the president self-confirmed say unemployment beaucoup. Huh? I bet to kick about saying they pay tuition for in cousin at trade center. So next week can I tell them not pay again? Okay. Let me continue.
But that is a very long-term strategic vision.
This journalist. The journalist said a long-term strategic vision. And the president, they talk about when the president, they talk about the vocational and the technical institute.
The education of young people is a long-term strategic vision to turn things around. But right now, there's a massive cost of living crisis. And I grant you, of course, that's global in scope. But the joblessness, the youth unemployment, the overhang of COVID, all those are issues that confront people right now. They're hungry right now. What is your solution to that? They want government to solve those problems.
What's in your solution right now? He say, online talk the way he talk just number, that technical institute, that free access. He say, na long-term plan that one day. Na long-term. He say, right now, people in Bele angry. Waiting at the plan now. Let me waiting President Bio say. Masako Ivandi, I say, Usa, I say, la check around. No, sir. Give me name. Give me name. Not just let me check around. Because me say go call places the way you go say just no to them. You give me name we say places then are free for the technical institute. Show me name, please, brother. Who the land na ya? Who get camera with the send and the? Okay. Let me waiting the president answer for the now solution.
But definitely these are genuine concerns, and that is the responsibility of government.
Okay, he agree say that now, na genuine concern. And na government in own responsibility for take care of the people them. Na President Bill say.
What we have done is, since the onset of COVID itself, was to make sure that we try to cushion the effect.
What you don't do for more COVID come, now for try for cushion the effect. Some of we in the United States, some man get 1,200, some man get 600. It depends. Now cushion, then be the cushion the effect for we. Some people in the UK, some man get 150 pounds. They say because waiting do the price for electricity don't go up, and that's not, you know. So cushion the effect. In Sierra Leone, the government been give to certain people 1,309,000 for waiting for cushion the effect. Idrissa Fofana, a big turn and down. They are this the warning. I'm not going to call the bouncer for you. I beg you, turn and down. Yeah? Okay. The effect, President, continue, sir.
Of these trends on the people of Sierra Leone. We have waived virtually every tax on the essential commodities, making sure that... President
Bill say virtually when I say virtual, na tin way you foresee, but you know they see. Like you foresee. And a virtual. Like you foresee. Before you come for me just now. Virtually. You say they don't pull all waiting. They tax them. Almost, nearly, as waiting they talk, but not completely. Not physically existing, virtual. Not physically existing. Let me tell you, say, na like you see. Okay. But ça quoi c'est na friton, then get vocational institute where they empower women them for free and at the nation. Still yet, you know, still call one name. Brother man, name me one place. If then so boku, I not think say for strain for naming me one no. I not deny say what you they talk not to true. I just want to forget the name so that we yourself go able for learn. And so we did. Let we learn. Yeah?
They have been available all throughout, even with the price of fuel. We have adjusted only when it is necessary.
We have adjusted the price of fuel only when necessary. The president say they don't adjust the price only when it's necessary of fuel. And they adjust them. Listen in next one we talk, but this adjustment for the fuel price.
And we have gone up when the prices on the world market have gone up.
Yeah, President's bill. With the SD price, for fuel, where the price now the world market go up. You know, talk say, we they reduce some where it can don't. He said we they reduce some only when it's necessary. Is somebody listening? We they reduce some only when it's necessary, but we they increase some where the world market price go up. Okay. All right.
And we have immediately reduced those prices in the past 2 weeks twice, just to make sure that we reduce the impact.
We don't reduce the price of fuel to them. Even though na tetemute 1,000, they don't pull back today. Other 1,000, so now na 18 leons or 18,000 per liter. Okay.
On people. So we have done quite a lot to make sure that we cushion the effect of what is happening around the world. We are not using that as an excuse. Even with COVID, what we did was we custom-made our own interventions.
That is true. The president say, they use COVID as excuse. So now we can use COVID as excuse for government. Until the president, he say no, they use them as excuse. So they beg you, do you not use them? If the president not the user, yourself no user. Okay. Let they go.
To the extent that we are completely different from what was happening around the world. We never declared 2 or 3 weeks disruptions at all. What we did was we had 2 periods during which we had to intervene And we made sure that there were only 2-day interventions during that COVID time, just to make sure that we don't keep people indoor. During that time, we provided food for a lot of people.
And that lockdown, the president said during the lockdown, then provide beaucoup eat for beaucoup people them. Okay.
They disabled.
They disable them.
And we provided also cash transfers to cushion the effect. So quite a lot.
Then give money to people them for make the triangleness reduce by them small.
Of activities have been taking place from the side of government to just cushion the effect. And there's just so much government can do, taking into consideration the poor performance of revenue.
We don't try. But we can try to say, we go rich when I Waterloo retire. Because waiting no, the economy, no they do well so. So the president say.
Under the circumstances too.
You've outlined several measures there that your government has taken. It seems though that there is still grounds for people to feel that government can do more.
Okay. He said the president don't outline beaucoup things where they don't do. But he said it's like say people in the field to say the government need for do more. They need for do more.
Can you do more?
This is not the question. Yes, you don't explain all and here we don't explain. But people in the field to say the government for do more. Mr. President, you able for do more? Was the question. Waiting na the president in answer.
Under the circumstances, extremely difficult.
You able for do more? Well, under this circumstance, who side the president don't tell you say the economy safe now they do well? He say it go be extremely difficult for do more. Tell friend true. No go poor friend.
Because revenue itself is not performing as
the revenue, the money where they can inside, now they perform fine. The money where they can inside, now they perform fine. Una knock out African espresso. If una counter, wala go dey. Ben Kailondo Senior. Turn and down. No to yasa. Abig, no to ya. Yeah? Turn and down. No de cost ya. Now lady bounce a campo luna do. Okay. For do more. People want for do more. Okay.
You know, we have supply chain disruptions.
Okay. The revenue they collect, or they do better. Now, supply chain disruption don't come inside.
Which have had an impact on the cost of virtually everything.
The supply chain get an impact. And because disruption be there, and it not be flow fine. It be get some cut-off points, you know, it get on back. Okay.
And because of all of these, and because we have taken away, giving of all these waivers.
Because of all of this, and because we know they charge so much tax. We know they charge so much tax. We don't give tax waivers to then company also for make money. So now I made the revenue. Listen, now when the president they talk, now I made the revenue not better now. Okay?
The margins, fiscal margin is very, 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 very tight. And remember our commitment to this huge and ambitious but necessary project.
He said the fiscal margin is tight. Waiting the kind side and waiting they gonna do. It's tight. Eh? Tight. Eh. Okay.
To provide education for every child.
Eh. Education don't come inside back. So the president say, with all this tight fiscal margin we'll get, waiting the kind of waiting they gonna do, we don't put power ourself say we dey provide education for any pikin dem born as alone.
In this country, that is a huge undertaking that is taking a large amount of money every month.
He said, "Na baku money na the common government yan by this free quality education every month." Don't forget, say 23% of we budget now they go for the free quality education. So the president they remind we, okay,
to make sure that we are providing school fees, we are providing textbooks.
Then they provide school fees, textbook, waiting again.
We are providing teaching and learning materials.
Textbook, teaching and learning materials. Then a chalk. Computer did. Yes, sir, Mr. President, continue.
We have provided transportation in most of the cities.
Provide school bus, where you say transportation in most of the cities. President, they talk about school bus.
We are providing feeding for other areas.
Okay, feeding. You know, say that for all sides, he say for other areas them.
And what we also have done is to do quite a lot in the area of agriculture.
Agriculture. Quite a lot in agriculture. Would I remember what's gonna be the question again? Now, eh? Okay. Agriculture. Now. Quite a lot. Like what is so, Mr. President?
Because we are looking at sustainable solutions, not just quick fix solutions.
Aye. I make why you can't talk say now. The president say in the look for solution, we go they say go. Not to just quick fix. Not to just quick fix. Say go. And that's true. The school bus then they run. Tell God thank you. They not be put them na road transport corporation yan. They are different too for the talk now. But every council they try for make they not get that bad name saying that they pull their own boss. Eh? Okay. Sir President, can you do more? Alright. Now. Let it go.
We are looking at sustainable solutions to our problems today.
The solution what would they look for? Now how we go solve this problem? Say go. We own problem. We own problem. We know they take other money medicine. For coming so foot. No, they prescribe we own. Okay.
So there is a shift in policy as far as agriculture is concerned, so that we'll be able to produce our own most of the essential food products that we need within the country.
Mr. President, there is a shift in agriculture. For make agriculture be waiting. For make we go able to provide. Triple we sit down here. Me I dey inside bush right now. Triple na farmer. I think I will need for pull me first video. We don't dey talk an here. But we don't start. It's sad for say when some youth man dem jump na street yesterday. The youth man dem weigh me higher. Then at the field, they work. Waiting do. Because they get job for do. And because they want their money, they know say now where they work, then they go pay them. So then be then at the field they work. But this agriculture, the president they talk so now. Me, I don't start to. But I no see it. I no see it. But I no go tell you say it no exist. Yeah? Maybe I don't know the avenue for explore. For able for make myself, the people themselves go able to say, okay, no, yes, we bring this scam. But trust me, from the time where I start to now, it's not easy. It's not easy today, it's not easy tomorrow. But we are on it. Mr. President, the fields are there. Open. Where we're able to engage young people them. We're able to engage them. And if you talk say we want for plant way to eat, we want for grow way to eat, me I not say it too. But co people themselves na the ministry. We get farm. You know what they plant? Sa president a cashew. Cashew nuts, na they plant. For export. For export. Na they plant sa. Not for self follow feed we self, no. Me what me the plant? Ina follow feed we self. Okay. Toma boom. Here they come. But most of the people, even when they inside this administration, when they ala say they get farm, na cashew that they plant, yeah? And what they plant for exports. And they talk about Pastor Mambu. In rest. Me say if I want go into rice farming, no. But I'm not going able. Me I'm short. I get place for him. Yes, I got a big field for him. When they begin to tell me about tractor, they say, So I'm not just sitting here. They talk like, no. We're out there. Putting the work in. People let the farmer. And they tell you, you see me inside bush. Okay. The president law continues.
So why do you think, though, that people still come out in protest and in the numbers that they did yesterday with the kind of force that they did? Are you communicating your intentions, your programs, your strategic vision to the country so that they don't fall prey to what you were calling earlier agitators?
Okay. So he ask and say, Mr. President, with all the way they talk, you don't think say sometimes they communicate to the people? They tell them all the way they talk so the people don't understand? Okay. What's in the president say? Yes, Mr. President. Would they listen about this communication to the people? Let them understand all this way they talk so.
We definitely try to do that all the time.
The president say yes all the time. And can try for do that. For talk to the people, for bring them along. Update. This platform, we don't send message to the Ministry of Information and Communication. Say, body, let them come. Let them come help we understand. Let them explain to we what the president don't do. Let we understand. We still wait for them to knock it. Must this say effective communication? Not to try and call politicians then get us alone. The president say all the time. Then they talk to the people them. So now they say the president they talk. He say all the time, He dey bring the people along. Okay, what's it again, sir?
But of course, there is politics.
Hey, President Bill. All along with the talk, but of course, politics. 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 I don't know alone. Who didn't they play this politics, Mr. President?
Underneath all of what is happening.
The president say politics they underneath all waiting they happen. He say politics they underneath all waiting they happen. Okay.
And you can't take that away.
He say you're not going to take that away. And Mr. President, that one day back sabi throw away shade. Hey. That one day sabi throw away shade. Mr. President. I didn't tell you. So, Mr. President have not left behind no. But this talk where they talk so. Himself not left behind. We say politics there underneath all thing. Even if the president go up in Bridjo, any side go, he go for go talk to people lemo. He must chuk something there. He must lick one or two. Then jab there, it's a be licker. It's sabi but you don't know. Let's see where the president they talk. Now the guy, Mr. President. Politics, he say they underneath.
And when you have this sort of ecosystem that has been created, we lash onto that. Of course, it's very easy to say.
Okay. Ecosystem where they don't create, with they lash, with they talk against, that you mean lash onto that, talk again. Mr. President, I want to tell the people that with you they talk, but you look, Okay. All right. Let's go back. Let's see.
The cost of things have gone up. Yes, that is true.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, you want come. Okay. The cost of things then don't go up. Yes, that's not true.
But have we done anything about it? Yes, we have.
Okay. We don't do anything, but this strangeness in the country, the president say, yes, not true. Cost of living don't go up. Not true. Yes, sir. The government don't do. Nabi ami, la digin kwata. Yeah. Me say na mama born me. Me sef na mama born me la digin kwata. Cost of living don't go up. The president say yes. The government don't do something. You say yes, they don't do something.
Indeed, done a lot of things to ameliorate the situation. Is it enough?
So the president and they ask the question now, and they answer back. He said they don't do beaucoup thing for help ease the situation for Salon people. He asks himself back. He say enough what you don't do until you remember where he ask and say, can you do more? Not almost the same thing. Enough? What's in the president say now?
It's never enough because
he say never enough because of what is sir.
We have gone as far as we can go, and we are also constrained.
He said they don't go say that they don't reach na the wall. Road not there again. You better lock. Then constrain. Over say they no want do more. Okay.
One of your ministers, the youth minister, was on CNN earlier today, and he was laying the blame squarely on the opposition APC as the real cause of the protests, the ones pulling the strings. Do you support that view?
Oman Bangura. Binde today na CNN. You see how Afasa do them, they talk yesterday and Imran, where them be the point finger per APC. Eh? How them be the point finger? Now so Oman self be the point finger per APC today. Now CNN. So the question that asks President Bio now say, now so Oman go talk na CNN no. He said that APC. You agree with what Oman Bangura say? The youth minister? Mr. President. You agree, sir?
I have said earlier that there is a political undertone to what is happening.
Well, I be don't tell you that just don't say politics they underneath waiting they happen so. Eh? Okay.
It was not a protest, as you can see.
President say not to protest, as you self can see.
5 people were killed, hacked to death.
Then kill 5 people them. Eh? Then kill them in a manner we not correct.
And in the crudest of ways.
But the opposition party, the APC, has said that they have had nothing to do with this.
He said, but the opposition don't talk, so they don't get nothing for do to this. So the journalists say, oh, President, what do you say, sir?
Yes, that is what they would normally say, but almost all of those involved are from the party.
So President Bill say, well, normally, APC go deny. Then go say they no mix. But almost all the one they were involved, the president say, now from APC. So the president say, from APC, say the one they were involved by this, now from APC. Okay?
Now, in the CNN interview, the youth minister was asked where you, Mr. President, were, and his reply was that you were missing in action, MIA.
They ask Oman Bangura where the president. Now let me talk. What to me talk? Eh? The ask and say, who side the president day? He say Oman say the president is missing in action, MIA. Okay.
You were abroad in the UK when these protests erupted. Now, many in Sierra Leone say that in spite of the hardships that they are experiencing, you keep going on expensive foreign visits, and they say there's very little to show for these trips. Would you consider curbing these trips in solidarity with the people that are experiencing hardship in your country?
Mr. President, the question say, people then say they fly too much. But do you able for reduce this fly? Because people then they say, oh, then they suffer and you they fly no more. And they say expensive trip. In theory, Uma Ufofana, we been talk say waiting private visit. Eh? Okay. Let us listen. Waiting the president say. Yeah? Let us listen.
As head of state, there are essential trips to make, whatever happens.
Me na the head of state. I get essential trips then for make whatever happen. Essential trips for make whatever happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I they continue for fly. Essential trips for make.
I'm getting ready to co-chair at the United Nations General Assembly.
The president don't say you want him. See, they can fly back. He say in they ready for go co-chair na the United Nations General Assembly. So they can go back. So you hear the talk say fly. You don't give them they want thing. Just put and down. Now the time where the president be go side self where come, where so you for go waiting to be Indonesia or Vietnam for go land for the rest. Where she come back now tell now. I say don't talk more. Say they go back. Okay. So, the president don't tell you now, say, Inge for can go back. Aha. In the go co-chair na the United Nations General Assembly. Okay.
With the United Nations Secretary General. I was at UNESCO just a little over a month ago.
In the UNESCO. Not to say it. Eh?
These are essential services.
It's in essential services. You know what? That's some of una problem. Una the support. Una can just the support. Tigay. I like you comment. I don't know what you get for can talk back. After the president get for can say something different to what you say. Eh? He said the president get right to vacation. That is true. But the president be taking a vacation, he go. I said the president tell you, saying go vacation. Okay. No rush him. They talk for himself. Yeah? Continue, sir, Mr. President.
I was not keeping too well, and I had to do medical checks. And
the president say he not been well. So he began for go for medical checkup.
that was why I was in London.
Now he make him go London. The president's not been well. He not be the feel too well. Now he make he go London. Okay. When the president's ready for go, the office of the president pull a press statement say the president they go for a private visit. Yeah? When Africanist press pulls statement, the document where them pulls show say the accountant general say then for transfer that money in the UK for the president in working visits. Today, the president now in the tell we say he not been feel well. So the medical now him be go for na the UK. 3 different statements. Well, you go say Africanist press you not for contact. Okay, I know contact. Well, 2 different statements. Mr. President, you go UK, you say you not been well. You go for medical checkup. Eh? You go for medical checkup. So, but we'll see you for the SLPP fundraising event. So that one day, now the time where you don't do the medical checkup done, where they try for check or waiting. Eh? Is it that now because we healthcare system now this country not correct? Now he make where you ready for go to the UK? The office of the president in a private visit you they go do? We don't mean bad for you, sir. We hope say you don't get the medical help where you need, the checkup where you come for. Now the UK, we hope say you don't get them correct. Because let not be saying that this thing will happen, make you don't run go quick. But if you don't maybe in just the healing process you be they go through. We see you say people and they say a vacation you day. You day on vacation. We need you with good health and strength so that you go able for take wise decision. For able for manage with country affairs. The medicine way they look for. We pray say we go able get them na salon one day. Where the president of the state pass if he be say na specialist thing where we not get at the country. Now him go make he fly out for come na the UK. Eh? Hope say that one day you don't feel strong. Okay. So do ya next time, sir. Make the press release before you travel. Eh? And the one way you get for tell we later, make it correspond. Make it correspond. Eh? Alright, sir. Wish you all the best. Or make you go well. Tranga one. Now continue.
So to characterize it as expensive foreign trips, I think it's wrong.
For make you call the trip where the president they do as expensive foreign trip, the president say wrong. Eh? Wrong. But this na my opinion. How I go talk you talk? Eh? I know able feel free again for talk me on. I beg T guy, space me bo. Let talk me on. I don't need for sing you song. You get your own, I get me on. Yeah? Ah. When I can begin to buy Panadol for me now. Seriously. When I begin charge you now for buy Panadol. In fact, so I begin put the stars for the Panadol money. Yeah? Okay.
And that's President Julius Maada Bio.
Okay, thank you. That one day, the President Julius Maada Bio in statement to BBC.